CPR, Craft, Pray, Repeat. And I'm here today to share some of my very first Christmas tags for the year. I know I'm a little behind because normally I would have been doing these all year long. But I'm going to start by sharing the first two that I made. And these ones I used Cottage Cuts dies. And I thought, well, these would be good for if you're going to, you know, do a, you know, give a homemade treat or whatever to someone. So I just used my to and from my MFT stamp set that is retired. So, you know, any to and from stamp set that you can find. That's also where the sentiment came from. A little treat for someone sweet. And these came from the new breakfast release from Cottage Cuts, and I'll make sure that I link those in the description box below. So these are my first two. This die is also an MFT die, and let's see what size this is here. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3. It's about 3 3/4 by 2.5. So that's a pretty good size tag. I like that. And I've used this before, and then I just found some red stuff that I had. I don't know what it's called. It's not, I don't know what it's called. But it's sparkly, and I thought it would look really Christmassy. So I used it, and then just tied those at the top so that they could go around whatever, you know, you're going to, you know, give as your gift. And now my next ones are very big, and I really like making these big tags because, you know, it just, I hate searching for tags on Christmas morning. I absolutely hate it. And I'm trying my new camera. I hope this works well. I've got to get some covers for my lights, but hopefully those are going to be better. And so let me share with you what I used here. These also are Cottage Cuts dies. This is my MFT stamp. This is a die I bought off of eBay, so I'm not sure where it came from. But the little penguins are Cottage Cuts for sure, and I'll link those. Then I use some charms that I got. Now this one I got from Mama's Treasures, and I'm just going to bring that up there for you to see it. It's a pretty little wreath. I really like the way it looks. And I use one of those pins again that I got from Mama's Treasures. Just tied a bow and then used some hot glue to put it on. Now this one is the Santa charm, and I can't remember. I don't remember if I got it from Mama's Treasures or not, but I know that if I did, she doesn't carry it right now, but she still carries some of the other Christmas charms, and she will get in more because she carries them all the time. And at Christmas time, she stocks some beautiful, beautiful Christmas charms. Again, I just did a bow and hot glued it on. I tried doing glue dots, and I was not having any luck at all. What I did was I used this die and I cut it out of this piece of cardstock. And I was going to try to do an inlay. Well, no, not with all them little tiny pieces. And so I really tried, and I was like, no, this is going to take me forever. And so there was just no way I was going to go through that. So what I did was I backed it with another piece of the same cardstock. And so then it really looks like, I mean, it's inlay here, and you can't tell where, you know, the little divots are, where the little pieces are missing. So that was a much, much wiser choice. And then you saw that I've got some tape on the back because I wanted these to be able to go directly down to a package and be, you know, taped on. And now like I said, guys, I'm really trying with this new camera, and I'm struggling with the angle that it's coming at, because my other camera just seemed to get a different angle. I'm not sure what the deal was, but you know, so just bear with me as I try to learn this. I really think it's going to give me a much clearer and crisper image for you guys, and I've saved for a year to get this camera, so please God, let it be the right one, because the last one I tried was definitely not the right one. And so I did these two, and this is the last one I'm going to show you right here. And this is an Elizabeth Crafts. Let me make sure, because I've been doing some stuff with Mary Ann Designs and Elizabeth Crafts here, and I was getting confused. But yes, Elizabeth Crafts. I just cut a cross-stitch tag, and I used one of those stamps that Karen Sue gave me, Scrappy K Sue, here on YouTube. And I use this background one right here. And I'm going to share with you how I did it. But I wanted to show you the tag first. And now I could have also stamped it up here and, you know, continued the tag all the way. But to be honest, you know, I didn't want to try to match it up. So I just put a piece of green up here and layered it up. If you flip it over, the tag is also double-sided so that you see. And look right there, I got stuff on my tag. And I'm gonna be really honest with you. This is the first time when I use my pan pastels, after a few minutes and they've had time to dry and kind of set into the paper, I've not had any trouble at all. None at all. Well, I'm having trouble with this one. I am going to ask my daughter to put a spray lacquer over it, and I'll let you know if that works, because I did try hairspray and I'm still getting, it's funny, it's not coming off on my, you know, on my fingers, but every once in a while I will find it on the other tags. So it's starting to really tick me off. And I'm hoping to be able to do this, because this was one of the things I wanted to do with the pan pastels. And I'm not sure if the camera's picking up all of the really cool detail on this tag. And oh, there you can see it really cool. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And so I thought I would pull out a few things and share with you guys how I did it. I just got a scrap piece of paper here. I put down another one, excuse me, of the stamps here from that Karen Sue gave me, Scrappy K Sue. I love these, by the way. Absolutely love them. I've got my Versamark out. I decided, since I had done red, that I would try a green this time. And what you do is you just open, my Versamark looks really crappy, by the way, but it's fine. And you just stamp it down, you know, push it down onto your stamp. Don't be, you know, crazy and get it all over your stamp, but tap it down so that you get a good coating. And the fact that I used the STD, my stamp transfer device that my husband made me for the first one, because this is a little too big for my block, but I didn't want to have to pull out the that for this tutorial. So you just flip it over and you stamp it down, you know, try not to move it like I think I just did, and get a good impression. And like I said, this is a big stamp, so it's going to be really hard without, you know, I should have left the stamp on its back and then put the paper over top and rubbed it. That would have made it much better. And so I've got it on there, and I think I got it pretty good. Alright, so we're just going to move that to the side. Now this is the sponge that comes with this stuff. You know, to me it feels like a makeup sponge, they, you know, say it's some different kind of funky sponge, but, you know, I don't know. So, you know, take it for what it's worth here. It may be, you know, the same as a makeup sponge. It may not be. I don't know. But I just took it and I just ran it through my thing just a little bit. And then I went like this over my tag, over the white paper. And you can put down as much or as little, get it as dark or as light as you want. And I've got this in the way. And I want you guys to be able to see this. This is definitely more important than the pan pastels. And so look how pretty. Isn't it gorgeous? And I absolutely love the way it works. I mean, it literally takes tiny bits of your pan pastel to do all of that. I mean, it's just gorgeous. And let me put the red up here, see if you can see, you know, the difference. And but this is what it does, and this is how I did the background on that. And I will definitely be doing it again if the lacquer, the spray lacquer that my daughter has, I know it's glossy. I'm okay with that because I'm going to have to put the to and the from on the back of the tag, which that's fine too. And but like I said, for some reason the red, even though I used hairspray, even though my other colors, after they've sat for a few minutes, they don't transfer. For some reason, the red is a permanent red. It's supposed to be permanent. It's permanently going on my fingers, maybe, but not permanent. But this is also supposed to be a permanent green. So I am going to try the spray lacquer, and I will let you guys know how that works. I'm actually hoping to try it today. So I may try to put a little blurb across the screen here somewhere letting you know how that goes. But isn't that beautiful? I love it. I just love it. I can't believe how pretty it is. I think it just adds so much. And I mean, you can keep going over this and making this as dark as you want. You know, as green, as, you know. And I picked this green because I thought it was more of a Christmas green. And, but you can do it however you want. I mean, there is a darker green. Let's try the darker green. What the heck? It's just a sample. And, yeah, so here's a darker green. So we're getting a little bit more color. And, but it's so pretty. I love it. I absolutely love it, guys. And I just wanted to share it with you and show you how I did it. And like I said, I will try to put like across here if the lacquer works. If the lacquer doesn't work, then I won't be making any more like this because it's just driving me crazy. But I think it's so pretty, and so I've got to find a way to seal this. And I really think the lacquer will be what works. I really do. I think that's going to be my key. So I will let you know, but I just wanted to share this with you so you can see it again here. How pretty. Look how gorgeous. Just love it. It would just make the most beautiful tags. And you could, oh, here's a, let's go to this blue. And you can mix your colors here and it doesn't affect it. But look, you could even do, you know, an ombre effect if you wanted to, and just add and add and add. And I mean, there's just so much you can do. And I could sit and play with these things all day long. Kid you not, all day long. So, alright, that's it. I just wanted to share my first Christmas tags of the year with you. And just a short tutorial on how I did the red one. Alright guys, I hope that you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Remember to practice your CPR, craft, pray, repeat. Thanks for visiting me today, and happy crafting. I love you all. Bye.